GSR. A lot of people talk about the gold to silver ratio and doing a gold to silver swap or silver to gold, and I ain't saying one way or another whether I'm for that or not. I think if it work out for you, if it's a good deal for you, then you ought to do it. But I'm a little bit a weird feller. I guess y'all know that by now. So I did me a swap today, and I'll show you something. Swap that. You see that? Well, you don't see it because I swapped her out. There used to be a buffalo just like that in there, and I swapped that. I did me a gold to gold swap, and I'll show you what I got. Yep, got me a ultra high relief. Now, a few of y'all that's following the channel, you said, well, you already had that ultra high relief. Nope, I ain't had that one. I had this one. Now I got me two. We got twinsies. Look at her. Look at them gals. Them some nice twins there. So, I talk about that double eagle. Feller did at their Jade Eprat. Jade, I'm just gonna call him Jade. He corrected me on it. He said it's a double eagle because they started with the $10 piece and this here's a $20, so he just called it a double eagle. Well, we got two double eagles, double, animal style. And y'all don't know about that. That's at California with that In-N-Out burger. I like an animal style. Anyway, that's back on topic here. So yeah, I swapped that. I swapped me a buffalo for this here ultra high relief St. Gaudens. It's a 2009. It's St. Gaudens design, but in the ultra high relief. If you ain't seen that coin, I did a little video when I first got the one. That's a beautiful coin. And of course I like a buffalo. Y'all probably know a buffalo. I like a buffalo good as anybody does. That's 24 karat. That's a nice coin. But I couldn't pass me up this here ultra high relief. And I got a few buffaloes, but I had me the one. And I don't know, it's kind of like what they said, chicken math or any kind of math you got, you know. You get one, you won't get another. Something about getting a pair or something. I mean, you wouldn't buy just one shoe, would you? So, I want to have me a second. And feller had these two. I'll tell you about it. So, today, I took my little... Let me get her focused out there. Y'all seen that little coin pouch? What that feller said. He said I was gonna call it a coin wallet. That's a better term, sound manly. So I call it a coin wallet. I took my coin wallet. I'd been carrying a little silver piece, pocket piece. Just kind of test her out. See how it holds up. It's holding up pretty good. I took me put me buffalo and a gold eagle in there, and we's out and about. You know, it's a long weekend, so actually wife wanted to pick up a little gold, and I got something. I'll show y'all what we picked up, something different that don't involve a trade, just an addition, if you will. But anyway, took this here. Took me a buffalo and I took me an eagle, and my intention was to go by the feller that had that double eagle ultra high relief is in here, and see what kind of trade deal we could work out. Now my figuring is, when I was in there the other day, I bought that, and I figured, well, he told me that's the price of a buffalo, and he said it's about $25 over an eagle. I took me both of them, and I went in there. I was gonna ask him you know, I give you either one of these, trade it out, and I give you a little extra money with it, a little bit of, for a little swap fee or something. That's my thought. Well, I went in there and I seen it. He said, what you looking for? And I said, well, I see you got it. I was wondering if you done sold that other ultra high relief. I bought the other one the other day. And it'd been about a couple weeks ago. And he said, yeah. He said, what? And I said, well, I can't afford to buy it outright. Would you be willing to do a little swap? And he said, well, what you got? So I pulled my little coin pouch out. I said, well, I got you a choice. I got an eagle or I got buffalo. And whichever, I swap it. And I started in. I said, well, I understand you probably got to make your margin, what have you. And but I just see what you could do. And this feller's got a partner, so he kind of went back. He said, let me go look at the price list and look at a few things. I think he probably talking to his partner too. And I did business with both of them. So he went back, and he come back pretty quick. And he said, I trade you that buffalo for that ultra high relief. And I said, all right then. And like he didn't say nothing about any money. And I kind of questioned in my head, should I ask him, is there a little extra? But the way he said it, he kind of went on into it. He said that, gold went up since the other day that you bought that one, but the gold in that buffalo, he said, I think you bought that buffalo from me. I said, probably, I don't know, but it's just in the tube. It's one of the, I got a few more, but I said it likely. So he said, you could have bought this here high relief the other day. You bought the buffalo. And so he said, I'll just do you a swap. You're a good customer. And so I was really surprised at that, because I went in there. I figured I was willing to pay up to 3% little premium on top of the a little fee for I don't know what you call it, inventory fee or something like that. A lot of these businesses they ain't in the business of swapping their inventory around just to make you happy. You swap one thing for the other, they gonna make their money come and going. So I was willing to pay a little bit. I didn't want to just go in there and sell this. If I'd have went in there and sold this, and maybe he's paid me spot or 1% over spot, and then I bought this, and I guess that'd have been similar deal. I'd have probably paid about 4, because I think it's about 5% over spot. So I probably would have paid a little extra 4%, in the difference. So I figured, well, at 3%, I was really hoping for about a 1 or 2%, but I was open to what he had to say, up to about 3%. But I was really shocked at a even swap like that. What y'all think about it? For me, I got this here buffalo, couple buffaloes that are just the regular. I got that proof buffalo. I got one more buffalo from that. I didn't buy it, but it's in a Costco holder. So I got enough buffaloes, but I only had one of these here ultra high relief. And I ain't seen many of them. In fact, these are only 2 I seen, and they both at his shop, other than online. Old 2 is one, and Stack That Gold. So I seen theirs, and I liked them, and that's what got me interested. So when I seen he had 2, and I bought that first one, I just wanted to see if I could figure out a way to get a second. but I didn't have the, I ain't got the cash just for that much cash right now. So it's all tied up here. So I figured, well, let's see what we can do with a little swap. And I really surprised at that, and I appreciate it. And I think, what I'm getting from it anyhow, and he kind of indicated that it's because I've been a good customer for him. And we did business, not just this here. We did business for a few months, several months. So I've been buying. I bought gold, I bought silver. In fact, it's here, silver bar. I'll come back to that, but y'all know he's the same feller. I bought them little 2 ounces and a 1 ounce and a couple 2 ounces. In fact, he messed up on that, and then I come back and paid him about $50 that I owed him. So things like that, I think I built up a little bit of trust and goodwill with him. And he just paying it back, or just kind of paying it forward, whatever you say. But he didn't know me, but I appreciate it. And it makes me want to do more business with him. So I think he's a smart businessman with that. I think it was a good thing for him. It's good for me and good for him. Didn't really put him out. It just did me a favor. And he's able to do me a favor without really hurting his own inventory, because he traded 1 ounce for another ounce. So I think it was a good call, and I appreciate it though. And since he did that, I said, well, let me look here. I do got some cash. Let me spend what cash I got that little cash I planning to possibly pay for that. So I was looking around. I looked at a 10 ounce bar, but I didn't have the cash for that. But I bought this here 5 ounce bar, and I like these little 5 ounce poured bars from that what is that, Prospectors Gold and Gem. He said they from Colorado, and he knows a feller owns this place, and he did coin showed with him. So we talk about it a little bit. I said, I like that little bar. Let me just get that. I paid $1.80, so that's about $26 an ounce. I mean 36. Sorry about that. I'm wrong on that. 26 be real good. I'd rob him on that. No, it's about 36, but even that was pretty good. He cut me a pretty good price on that bar there, because they generally go a little bit higher premium. So all in all, I today was a good day. I felt like good day for trading. I was able to get what I wanted and pick up a little silver, and able to get that gold swapped for another gold. So really, I'm bringing this out, and I ain't just bragging about getting another high relief. Of course, I'm happy about it, but I'm bringing it out because I don't know, I ain't never really thought about swapping them out like that, but I wanted to figure out a way to get that. I forget, Dub C called it some sort of rule or law. He said if you see something you ain't seen and ever seen before, it'd probably be just as long to see it again. And I seen 2 of them, so I picked them both up. That's what, after I got the first one, I said I gotta get the second one. So trying to figure out how to do it without hurting myself, without spending too much. So I just traded one of mine for this in here. So what y'all think about that? Y'all ever done a gold to gold swap? I ain't gonna tell nobody this is how it normally goes. I think normally you're gonna have to pay a little bit, but maybe if your coin guy likes you and you've been fair with him, and he ain't always coming in asking to drop his price, and you do too much of that kind of sort, he might not do that. He might balk at it if you do too much of it. But every now and again, I think you can have a ask, and really I wasn't trying to talk him down or nothing like that. I just said, hey, would you do this swap for me? And I even said I'm willing to pay a little bit. I understand you got to make your margin. He the one that decided to do an even swap for me, and like I said, I think that's just showing his appreciation, and I do appreciate it too. So that's gonna be the little video here, gold to gold swap. And I'm curious if any of y'all done something similar. I probably y'all have. A lot of y'all been in it. A lot of y'all better wheelers and dealers than I am. I ain't really a good wheeler dealer, but I am trying to learn to negotiate a little bit, to do a little. I'm trying to be more win-win. Years ago, I was always just give and take, and I realized that you really need to be a win-win guy instead of give-take, because everybody feel like they lose on a give and take. You got to give up something you want, and the other feller, you taking something from him sometime, and then later on he takes something from you that you wanted, and you're giving something you don't want to give. So better than give and take, I think it's better to negotiate a win-win if you can. So that's what we did. I just opened with him. I told him what a win was for me, and he told me what a win was for him, and we both won it. And then I turned around, and I wanted him to win a little bit more, so I bought me some silver, give him a little bit of profit. And that was a win for both of us too, because I got me a little silver for the money I was planning to spend on that trade. So I got a few other videos I'll make on some other deals I did today. Yeah, there's a little bit more, but that'll be it for this video. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all watching these, and leave you in the comments what y'all trade you did, or what y'all think about it. So that's the little video. All right then, bye bye.